Cool, so we can just go ahead and just do this. That F6 value. Probably just has a spell shrivel. He either has a spell shrivel or nothing. 3 drops aren't a problem, 5 drops are. Although that one's hurtful. Do you have any pulse is pretty strong. It's a good draw, so we can use it to pop this guy off. Cause like Sentinel's not going to do much this game. I think I'm just going to upkeep this on the Zada. Leave open spell shrivel. I think he has a spell shrivel. So he could have a sure strike, which would suck. But I want his mana tapped. Ruination Guide. That guy's probably worth countering. Although I do have a Valakut Invoker that's almost alive, but probably may not have needed to counter it. Although then his guy would have been turned on, so maybe it was a good idea. Interesting. So if I play the Sky Spawner, it lets me turn on Invoker a turn earlier, but I think I might just want this guy in play. I do have 3 things to process, so. I'm wondering if I should even play this land. I don't think I should, actually. I mean, I guess I have a Valakut Invoker, so I should. Yeah, I should. Yeah, I have a Valakut Invoker in play. I should definitely play that land. Also, the minor value of like getting an island out of the deck. I mean, there's also Stone Fury, but. But I guess he got his summon cost 7/8. So need 8 lands in play. That's fine. That is fine. I think I want to hold on to this to process. Now that I don't need any lands in play, I don't have an 8-drop in my deck, and he got rid of my only 8-drop, so there's no reason to play any further lands. Unless I want to kill a 7/8 with Stone Fury. Kind of unfortunate that I can't be swinging with this Oracle of Dust because he has a stupid Sentinel, but... I guess I have a Wavewing in my deck, making the Evolving Wilds better? My last Evolving Wilds? I mean, we're gonna keep a spell anyways. Pretty funny. Sure, I guess. Not concerned about the flyer killing him. Maybe he just has another one. Return target spell or creature to its owner's hand. Deal 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker and exile it. Sure. Man. Guess we pop this land. He probably has an Eldrazi in his hand, so that's why I was hesitating. And now we can't Stone Fury my guy either, because I could sack a land in response and give it +2/+2. We've got some good draws in our deck. We have a lot of good draws in our deck. We actually haven't drawn that many of our good cards. Have we even drawn any of them? He does have a Stone Fury. He drew the land for it. That's pretty lucky. Quite fortunate. Well, we don't have any more landfall in our deck, so we're just gonna sack it now. Not a bad draw. He has one card in his hand. So they have to be 3 creatures in play for me to play this. You can't hit players. So if he plays like an Eldrazi Sky Spawner, that would be cool. Probably needed to play the land to play around Spell Shrivel on my Serpentine Strike. He has no cards in his hand, so... Deciding whether to wait a turn. I don't think I should wait a turn. Lord have mercy. Spectres SC, welcome to Medical Christmas Land, and I'll turn that down for the future. Here, I'll turn it down now. But welcome to Medical Christmas Land, where you have Serpentine Strike, but your opponent just doesn't have creatures to cast them on. So I think we're going to have to play this, and then use this to 2 damage on my Benthic Infiltrator to kill these 2. Kind of sucks, but that is the way it has to go. That is the way the cookie crumbles. We have a Stone Fury for the Dragon Master Outcast. We have a Titan's Presence. We have lots of colorless creatures in our deck. So. Okay, well. That worked out rather well. He says my deck is good. It's like, well, I don't know what to say. You ripped pretty well. Oh, man. Alright. Well, I think we might actually want to outnumber in our deck because he has the Dragon Master Outcast. And he has Nettle Drone. Those are both cards that I want to give the business to. He has a couple of Stone Furies. It's actually possible I want Boiling Earth instead. It's just like a giant 4/4 that also kills. No, Outnumber might just be like another Stone Fury. I want to try it out anyways. I'm on the draw. Man. I don't think I won Desolation Twin. Did I? I don't even know if I had 10 mana at the end of that game. I don't think I did. There was a turn where I could sack a spawn to get a 10th mana for my Serpentine Strike, but I think in a vast majority of games I'm just not going to have 10 mana. I probably want Dispel to like counter to Stone Fury and whatever other instance he might have. So now we're at the point where we need to think of something else. What are we going to take out? Maybe Waving Elemental is probably not great. It is a giant flyer, but it didn't really match up too well with what was going on my opponent's side of the board. It doesn't match up well against Stone Fury. It's not going to match up well against like Spell Shrivel either if he plays it. The Serpentine Strike is something. Maybe I want to take out a Spell Shrivel on the draw. I think it might work out. I didn't see any Giant Eldrazi from him. Yeah, he has like Nettle Drones, and he's like a little bit of a faster deck, so it's possible. It's possible I don't even want this other Spell Shrivel. And I just want a Kozilek Sentinels instead to block his Kozilek Sentinels. You had a Valakut Invoker too. Not a great hand, but we got Serpentine Strike. Imported in some cards to deal with it. Wow, he really changed his deck. Glad we put in those, we took out the Spell Shrivels for, like, interactive cards that cost less than Spell Shrivel. I mean, I draw them this game, but it's gonna end badly. I don't think red and white cards care about processing, so I'm just gonna block the 2-power guy. He could have Touch of the Devoid, which would suck, but or a Sure Strike, which would suck as well. It's a good draw. I'll have to see whether we have to use it on the Dragon Master Outcast. If he plays a 5th land, I'm gonna have to. Guess we process this guy and bounce it to his hand. Just need some time to get the Bane online. He has to play an ally to get first strike, so. Okay. He did. We're going to be cutting it kind of close this game, I think, with our life total. You have another Stone Fury as his last card, which would be disastrous. Tandem Strike's gonna kill me anyways. I think if he had Tandem Strike, he would have used it last turn, so I don't think he has it. It's a good chance that I'm just missing 3 damage here, but I think the chance of me perhaps gaining a life is worth not attacking. I'm almost certain he has his last card is Stone Fury, because I showed it to him, the Titan's Presence, he just wants to not lose to it. But if he has it, then he's going to spend his entire turn, which allows me to use Touch of the Void and leave open counter spells. So I think if he has it, it's okay. I could wait and try to draw a Dispel, but... he doesn't have it. Excellent. Huh. The question is, do I want to make him sack 2 lands? I guess I don't. I'm willing to just sit here. I don't need him to sack 2 lands. Could potentially lose in the counter swing. Like, even if I touch the Void of the Felidar Cub, he's still coming in with 6. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Oh man, Came Dare, 27 months in a row, that's a long time. Really appreciate the support, man. I'm glad I'm worth it to you. Hopefully. I still am. Things have changed a lot since 2.5 years ago. I'm a different person, different streamer. But maybe he'll play an Eldrazi, we can counter it, and then we can... like, I guess if we attack, his Stone Furies are offline. But... I'm so close to wanting... I'm so close to attacking there. I just needed a little bit more to justify attacking. I can Touch the Void that. I don't think he has anything, so I think it's just a 3/3 we can Touch the Void, so that's fine. Like, a Sure Strike would have just, like, annihilated me earlier in this game, so... Strangely enough, Tandem Tactics doesn't work with Zada, as it has to only target Zada. Whenever you cast an instant search ray that targets only Zada. It's cool though, if we need processors, we can just attack to get 2 more, or 2 ingests, you know? Courier Griffin. Alright, I think we're at the point where we need to start attacking. Although I guess he could just double block and we kill the Kozilek's Channeler. Probably not worth it in retrospect. Although we get to have a Blight Herder. Get to make him sack 2 lands. So I can make him sack 2 lands. Yeah, it's gotta be worth it. Make him sack 2 lands. And I think I actually want to kill the aggregate because my Blight Herder is a 4/5. Although, I guess he can still cast spells if I don't kill Kozilek's Channeler. Could just hold on to the Blight Herder. Kind of feel like it's a fool's errand, though. So I think I want to trade Bala Ged for 2 of his lands and Kozilek's Channeler. And then play Blight Herder and process to get the 3 Eldrazi. And then try to go from there. Yeah, but he's got the red Invoker in his deck too. The Dragon Master Outcast is done, but he could have like Awaken spells. You could have like Sheer Drop that he wouldn't be able to cast if he's only had 4 lands. And plus, I'm like running the risk of him drawing like Smite the Monstrous and it being amazing. I mean, I've been running the risk that this entire time, but Oracle of Dust would be a great draw. We need to stop playing lands because we have Oracle of Dust in our deck. The reason we played lands before is because we had Ulamog and Nullifiers, so we want to play 2 spells in a turn, and we have several 6-drops, but now that we have Oracle of Dust in our deck, so we should probably. That's fine. Blight Herder's gonna be able to deal with most of what he has. That'll Drone's a decent draw as well. My opponent says my deck is amazing. I don't know, it seems okay. We took out the Waywing Elemental, so filtering a land out of our deck when we've got 18 is almost certainly quite relevant. Oops. That is bad news. We got some outs to it. We put in Outnumber, which is an additional out, so we were on 2 outer. We have Outnumber, Stone Fury, we're gonna use Touch of the Devoid. Kozilek Sentinel is not an out. We have a Clutch of the Intercurrents. We have the Drowner. We have Eldrazi Sky Spawner. Oracle of Dust to give us a turn. Can double block it. Not a place I want to be. I guess he doesn't have 2 things in exile, so it's just a 2/3 flyer. Just hope he doesn't have anything. Just hope he has nothing. He's complaining in the chat. I don't know, man. Just had a 2/3 flash. Why are you complaining? I just don't get it. I don't know why you would complain in the chat that I have a 2/3 flash when you clearly just killed me. Blocks here, takes 4. Man, we would have gotten there. If we had just chumped for 2 turns in a row, we would have won. I don't think, like, we could have Titan's Presence this. Attacked. We would have won if we hadn't double blocked and just tried to hold out. Oh, we learned something. I wonder if I want an Anticipate over the 18th land. Probably not on the play. I've got Oracle of Dust and Valakut Invoker, so it's not like the lands are terrible. Yeah, Harp Attack, thanks for subscribing 6 months in a row. Appreciate the support. Sucks I lost that game in that manner. Yeah, I don't get it. Don't say like, oh man, your deck's insane, like, easily kill you, like, okay. I mean, the fact that he, like, I think he drew like 5 or 6 fewer lands than I did, but he's probably playing 1 or 2 fewer lands. Would have been nice if I had the draw 2 lands. Or like the Blighted Fen. Like, if I had spell lands, it'd be great. Any of the spell lands would have been fine. But yeah, we definitely would have annihilated him if we hadn't done that. I think it was right to go for it. I want to have a land in my deck, and I don't know whether I get an island or a swamp. Guess I need to get an island. This is my greatest power creature. But I think it's probably worth it. Deciding whether, like, processing is worth it. With these two, it's probably worth it to process once. It's trample, so there's no reason not to attack first. Our hand's pretty loaded, so that's nice. So you need to draw some lands. Now we can cast our Serpentine Strike, so even if he has like some angel, we're gonna be okay. Sure Strike is the card he has, but... Oh, Gideon's Reproach. That's fine. We can... we're a mana short of being able to leave open a counterspell too. Whew. Ending the game with these 3 cards in her hand means it was probably a massacre, wasn't it? So he has to block if I attack with both. I don't know if I had lethal. I might have had lethal there. No, I didn't, because I didn't have 3 targets, so I could do this, right? I guess I could. I could have done 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I could have killed him. That's alright. I mean, I got 2 counter spells. It's whatever. But I don't know if his sideboard deck was better than his other deck. I mean, I don't even know what white cards he had. Like, he just had a bunch of 2/2s as his white cards, right? He had Gideon's Reproach, the 5 mana, like, Arrow Rain, and then a bunch of 2/2s. I don't know if his white deck is better than his blue deck. But